And welcome back to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. This is Heavy's the Crown. And for one last time this week, I am your host, Vector Lynn, joined with my guest, Gerald El Avator of the band Acer Chai. How are you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I mean, we've been here for a couple hours at this point, so seems weird to ask that right now, but better late than never.
That's true.
Yeah. And so before we came back, you heard Paralyzed by Alt, followed by Odium by Our Vices. And before that was Eternal Eyes by Chaos Bay. And then was Waste Away by A Sense of Purpose, Apocalypse by Any Given Day. And we started the music break with Love is Dead by After Dusk. That was a lot more your style of music, right? That was the quintessential screamo block of New Music March.
Yeah, that was my producing style.
Yeah. And so here's the thing, because I'm learning, or at least I'm trying to learn to do that false growl, the fry scream, whatever you want to call it. But like, I'm trying to learn to do that for a project. How did you go about learning? How long have you been doing it for?
Let's see, I'm 40 now. I'm 42 now. I want to say I've been doing it since I was 22, so about 20 years.
Wow.
Just one day I went full on, yeah, and I just went from there.
Wow. So just like overnight.
I mean, no, it was more or less a sense of frustration and a sense of anger at a moment in time, and then you just kind of let it all out, and then I was like, this, and then of course Jack pulled me in, and now here we are.
Wow. Yeah, because you said you went to the karaoke bar and did that, and yeah that's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
That's really cool. Yeah, I've been looking at some YouTube tutorials and stuff.
This doesn't come from that, man. It comes from your gut.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I have to. You have to learn the right method.
You don't. No, you don't. I never learned. Look at me. See, all you need to do is, for your example, is to take all that frustration that you got from Nicole and just go in there and go.
All right. Let's give it a try. I think I can do that. So just think about Nicole then.
Just get angry as humanly possible. Whatever makes you, frustrates you, annoys you, makes you angry about her, and just let it out.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah, like that. Usually what I do, since I have a higher pitched scream, is I tend to tone it down and you can hear it, because really I've become it's just like I can't do that for too long, so I just kind of you got it. Now you sound like a kid trying to be a dragon.
Okay, so not that.
No, yeah, it's like a guttural thing. You just got to use your gut, and you just got to lose your vocal cords. But you need practice.
I'm not gonna figure this out in an hour. This is something I've probably have to start doing for months at least.
Yeah, I'd say months, or sometimes it's just an instant. Nobody is the same when it comes to screamo. Like, I've talked to other bands, and they're like, "Yeah, it took me 3 years to do what you're doing." Oh my God, really?
Wow.
It took me a few months.
It really depends on how much and how often you practice. But the style I'm going for is a band that I grew up with, called Weird Monkey Stamp Collection. They really have that deep growl going, not like more like Silence with Sirens, that kind of, like, that's more what you're on. You're in terms of your scream. The Weird Monkey Stamp Collection is that lower stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. but I thank you for helping me. I'm glad like
Sure.
we were able to do this before the show ended, and I think we can maybe go into a little more music before just to wrap up the show. What do you think?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you, listeners, for listening. Obviously, that's why you're here. We're gonna leave you off with a couple more songs of New Music March, starting off with "Unconquered" by Miss May I.